Smile to Jannah.
Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to an episode of Smile to Jannah. I'm out in the open. We have a very important customer here. Oh. I think he is very cognizant of what I am about to describe. Not a horse's ass, but a donkey's ass. Or an ass in itself. This is how some people, they are viewing the world and they are viewing politics. That's how things have become nowadays. They are thinking like asses. And if you see this interview of Gary Neville has been invited to Qatar for the World Cup, and he's now being grilled by Ian Hislop because of the human rights abuses of Qatar.
You've got a choice, I think, haven't you?
What, going or not going?
My view always has been that you either highlight the issues and challenges in these countries and speak about them, or you basically don't say anything, you stay back home and don't go. And I've always said we should challenge them.
There's another option. You stay at home and highlight the abuse. You don't have to go and take the Qataris' money.
And the way it seems is how people unite, how the West unites whenever it's a Muslim country. This is what I've noticed, whether it's Turkey, whether it's Qatar, just Saudi is, protected itself from this. But when it comes to everybody else, no, human rights. No, LGBT. No, when it comes to this sort of stuff. Look, this is ridiculous, frankly. Yeah, and show this. I would say these people that are riding on this magnificent creature, I would say this creature has more sense than these people. Why? Because how on earth is Britain giving lectures to other countries when it's leading when it comes to corporate tax avoidance? For the last 100 years, there hasn't been a single year in which Britain has not been involved in a war. Most of the arms deals that the UK does is with countries that it has human rights issues with. So my question would be that if we start boycotting to the level that they're saying that we should boycott Qatar, but even commentators aren't allowed to go there. I mean, he's saying that I'll go and I'll deal with this in the way that I can verbally, and I'll speak and whatnot.
How is someone like Robbie or the Black Eyed Peas supposed to highlight it? Are they going to make a speech on the stage? Of course they're not.
You can highlight it.
What, during a match?
Highlight it during the commentary.
It's the kick-off here in this appalling country's human rights record. And honestly, I think, someone's kicking a ball. But honestly, the amount of immigrant workers who've died, it's a shocker. Oh, it's a goal.
But the guy's being grilled. Why is it that you don't see these people grilling UK and US's main Middle Eastern ally, Israel, where Biden said, if there wasn't an Israel, we would make one. We would make one.
If there were not in Israel, we'd have to invent one.
So this is very interesting. I mean, the height of hypocrisy. That's why I've come to an area, when it comes to nature, it's pure. It's honest. What you see is what you get. It's humble. We need to take a lesson from this environment, and that is of honesty, of balance. The soil needs balance. It can't be too acidic, too alkaline. It has to be just right. The season has to be just right. So similarly, guys, we should be honest. We should be honest. And I think what's interesting is I'm in a village in Pakistan. It's a random village. And have a look in the background. That's a Hindu mandir. It's a temple. And it's a classic. According to Pakistan, well, according to the government, you are not allowed to destroy the worship places of other faiths. Look how old it is. In fact, let's see if we can get there. But what's interesting, guys, is the point that I was saying about Israel and other nations that are allies of the United Kingdom. Why is it that they are not being treated like Russia? I mean, look at Russia. Russia is being punished, and anyone allied with Russia also being punished. Imran Khan, currently, who was shot. And when it comes to Pakistan talking about or receiving something from Russia, no, it was given, strict orders not to do that. What a fascinating place, full of history. And this is something we should learn from. Yeah, let's not repeat the mistakes that we've made in history. And this is something that I'm seeing very frequently in Western politics is selective outrage. You're outraged by certain things, but when it comes to other things like, grooming little kids and confusing them with regards to whether they're male or female, this whole LGBT thing, forcing it on other nations and exporting it elsewhere. How is this okay? Or educators being paid less than movie stars and then exporting that, and Netanyahu saying, yes, we use movies for regime change. Regime change.
I once said to the heads of the CIA when I was Prime Minister that if you want to
advance regime change in Iran, you don't have to go through the CIA cloak and dagger stuff. What you want to do is take very large, very strong transponders and just beam Melrose Place and Beverly Hills 2050 and all that into Tehran and into Iran, because that is subversive stuff. They watch it, the young kids watch it, the young people, they want to have the same nice clothes at the same houses and swimming pools and so on.
So this is something, guys, that we really need to focus on and not get sucked into this sort of stuff. Again, I'm not defending what Qatar has done. Of course, crimes have taken place. But what I'm saying is we need to be just. Yes, have an issue with Qatar, but have an issue with Israel. Have an issue with, okay, Russia, but have an issue with the United Kingdom and United States. The United States has invaded and interfaded 50 countries since World War II. The only country to have dropped an atom bomb, which didn't need to be dropped. Again, People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn explains that. So that's something that I really wanted to get off my chest. Yes, give Qatar its due. But why are you exporting your LGBT and forcing them? When Russia isn't pro-LGBT, the UK government is not pro-LGBT, then why on earth are you forcing it upon Qatar when you yourselves are not confident and united on this issue? It blows my mind, frankly. It boggles my mind. And even this, I really wanted to stand in front of here because I think it's important, because the way Pakistan has been depicted, a country that hates India, and it's because, let's face it, India has the second largest population on the planet. So naturally, even when you Google news, their news stations come up. So they're going to be saying this sort of stuff. I think is apt. It's apt that, look, we are just, we are honest when it comes to this sort of stuff. And I do hope that these things do get resolved, and the people that have been wronged in Qatar, in Israel, in the United Kingdom and the United States, they receive justice. True justice. All right, guys, let's leave it there. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.